So we're going to interrupt today's regularly scheduled programming to tell you a story about my trip, to Pebble Beach. It was a surprise trip, actually, for my dad. So let's rewind this a little bit. Not that much. Let's bring it back to 1947. Back when cars cost $1,500, gas was 23 cents a gallon, we were on the precipice of the Cold War. But there were some miracles, such as the premiere of Miracle on 34th Street, the invention of the Polaroid camera, and on July 7th, a UFO landed at Roswell. 4 days after that, on July 11th, this handsome devil was born. Okay, maybe not so handsome there, but take a look at this jive turkey. Okay, now let's fast forward to July 7th, 2017, 5 days before his 70th birthday. He has no idea he's going to Pebble Beach. No idea whatsoever. All he knows is that he's supposed to take the week off. Afterwards, he told me he thought that we were just going to be golfing some local courses in the area. No. As part of the surprise, so it's not just like, hey, we're going to Pebble Beach, I kind of made a little riddle. So I put a bunch of sand and some pebbles in a jar. So given the riddle, a jar with pebbles and sand in it, I thought it would have been pretty easy. I thought it would have been like pretty quick. This is Pebble Beach. Pebble sand, Pebble Beach. So what do you got there?
Rocks and sand. Gravel.
What's a small rock?
Pebbles.
And what's the other stuff in there?
Sand.
Where do you find sand?
Pebble Beach. Holy Thank you.
I was mistaken. I guess it does take a little bit longer. I mean, he's almost 70, right? I think I'm more excited than he is. I'm ecstatic because I've known about this trip since the following September. September 2016 is when I booked it. Here's the funny thing about all of this. I don't have any video of the trip other than the surprise. So we had 3 rounds booked. We had a round at Spanish Bay. Our second round was at Pebble Beach. I wanted to make sure that we had like a warm-up round before we played Pebble, just so we were both, warmed up, in the groove. And then our last round was at Spyglass. But Spanish Bay, I have to say, it was my second favorite. Greens the size of small countries. These greens were gargantuan, absolutely gargantuan, but an absolutely stunning layout and impeccable condition. The next day is Pebble Beach. We were both super excited. I'm pretty sure the wine helped me fall asleep that night, though. I was getting nervous. I got really nervous. And I mean, there's people milling about. There's some people watching, but there wasn't like a crowd of people. And it's not even that long. It's not like you're blasting driver out there. I think I hit 5-iron off the first tee. So my dad rips one down the first hole, birdies it. I honestly didn't have a favorite hole. The whole experience itself was spectacular. There was no hole that really jumped out at me like, oh my god, this is amazing. They were all amazing. One short par 4, 5-iron, 9-iron, 5-iron wedge. 2 is a reachable par 5. 3 is, and the cool thing about this was that some of the holes, I really had no idea what the layout was. Like 3, I really had no idea how the hole was shaped. You can hit a sweeping draw if you want, or you can just pound it straight out there and blast it through the fairway, over the bunker, and have yourself like a nice side hill lie. You can always do that too, if you want. 4, again, short par 4. I think it was like hybrid lob wedge. 5 is the par 3 with the cliff on the right hand side, which I dumped my shot into. That was awesome. No, it wasn't. But I saved bogey, which was nice. 6 is, you don't realize how big that hill is from the fairway up to the green. 7's just a tiny little hole. Eight, again, it's like a hybrid 7-iron, 8-iron. You can hit over the edge of the water, over the edge of the cliff, to this green that is severely sloped back to front. So on the 10th hole, you can see the ball that's closest to the hole. That's my dad. He, third shot from about 75, 50 yards, dings it off the pin. It actually looked like it went in the hole. It went around the cup, popped back out. Easy par. I mean, I didn't have any video. How was I not taking video out there? This is ridiculous. On the 15th hole, from about 130 yards or 150, 130 yards, again, off the pin, lips it out for eagle. He was on fire. I think he ended up shooting 81 or 82 or something like that. Not bad for someone who turned 70 the day before. 18. I proceeded to smoke my drive right. Like, I couldn't have placed it any better underneath that tree. I did have a swing, but not much of one, so I couldn't go 4 and 2. But ended up putting it to like 3 feet and then literally missing the putt. That really fucking stung. Our last day down there, we played Spyglass. That was literally it. 3 rounds: Spanish Bay, Pebble Beach, Spyglass. Absolutely gorgeous golf courses. Would I do it again? In a heartbeat. I would do the exact same trip. I would maybe switch out Spyglass or Spanish Bay for another golf course. And I would maybe play a golf course on the way down, like Paseo or Half Moon Bay. Poppy Hills, I think, has been completely redone. So I would maybe switch out one of the courses or add another course to the rotation. That's the trip in a nutshell. It's a lot of fun. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It is expensive, but it's completely worth it. One of us is ready to tie one on by the fire. The other one was getting ready for Pebble Beach the next day.